Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to this week's vlog for One Man and His Boat. And it's not about fishing this week. So guys, a very warm welcome indeed, and thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of One Man and His Boat. Now, if you watched last week's vlog, then you'll know by the end of it that we were due our out the water MCA inspection. Now, we're going to actually lift the Lynsey B out of the harbour using a high-ab crane that's coming from Dumbarton. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. So this little vlog, I thought, well, might as well show the guys at home exactly what's entailed, because it's not just about whipping a boat out the water. It's nothing to do with that. It's all prep, and hopefully this vlog will give you some idea about the steps that we need to take to actually not just lift the boat out, but hopefully to pass an out the water inspection. Now, the boat is only 5 years old, so I'm not expecting too much, but you never know, every inspector's different. So far, with the Glasgow main office, who we've got to basically make an appointment with, has been absolutely fantastic. This has been a kind of a fastball because we're getting well onto the year now. We're sort of 21st of May it is today, and I only told them 2 days ago what our intentions was, and our intentions was to bring the boat out on Friday, which is the 23rd, and we'll be back in the water by the 2nd of June. And I must admit, the MCA office in Glasgow has been absolutely fantastic. They've said, right, no bother at all, where can we inspect the boat? I says, Cromwell Harbour, Dunbar. Right, so he says, give me 10 minutes and I'll get you something sorted. And they sorted it just like that. So this side of the MCA stuff has been absolutely brilliant. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're through the new harbour at the minute, and if you watched last week's vlog, you'll see that it was a bumpy day to begin with, and it flattened out, and I told you that tomorrow was going to be a different day. Well, this is tomorrow for me, but a week for you, and it is a different day out there. It's blowing a northerly, the water's coming over the wall, it's aye. So we're going to move the boat through the old harbour, and we're going to prep for this lift out. Now, what do we have to do? Basically, we have to make the boat as light as possible, so that means all the mats off, all the safety gear off, all the tools and everything that's got a bit of weight about it off, so it's easier for the high-ab to crane out, because this little lady is 4 tons. It's hard to believe only a 21-foot boat is that weight, but that's what she was when we actually got professionally craned out 2 years ago now? Yeah, 2 years ago we got her craned out, and the crane man had the weight, and she was bang on 4 tons, so that was quite impressive. So, because this is a high-ab and it's a different company of what I used the last time, because the company I used the last time to actually launch her has went ta-ta. It's not went bust, it's went into other forms of trucking basically, and high-abs is not one of them. So that's why the company that we've got is coming from Dumbartonshire, because we couldn't get anybody local to do it. Not that's got any sort of professionalism with boats anyway. So we're going to untie the ropes here and lift the bridge, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Get through the old harbour and get unweighted. Right, here we go, guys. Thank you, bud. Right guys, so there we go. We're through, we're tied up. All we need to do now is lighten the boat, and I'm just taking everything off. We're taking the boxes off, we're taking the baskets, we're taking even the life raft off, because that's like 45 kilograms in itself. Life belts, mats, boxes, you name it, it's coming off. So the boat can be as light as it possibly can. Also, I've not topped up with diesel either, so the tank's like, we're half a tank as well, so that makes her nice and light. So, well, light for a high ab anyway. It's just that if you have invested absolutely everything into your business and your boat, the last thing you want to do is have it dropped. Yes, they're covered for it, but then the boats never seem to be the same again after they've had that sort of scenario. And you do everything possible not to get in that scenario. So that's why you call the professionals for lifting, and that is why you try and make your boat as light as you possibly can. Right, I'll stop talking and we'll actually get on with some of this dirty work. Now, because I'm a professional and I've done this thing before, I'm actually going to put my oilskins on, because you get very dirty very quick, especially with the mats and that. So excuse me for a minute guys while I change. Actually, because this is a northerly wind, what happens is the wind swirls around these buildings and the boat goes in and out. So I'm actually going to tie to the ladder head, but I've got to make sure I untie the boat once I'm finished. This will just stop the boat doing what it has to do. Right, let's go. Oh, plumb tuckered already, guys. Now I'm actually seriously considering, once I make a little bit of money, is actually lightening these mats. Now these are 8mm thick, and the reason I've got the mat thick It's because we had steel creels back when we first started. Not got steel creels anymore, they're not as heavy, nowhere near as heavy as what the steel creels were. So we don't need the padding for the deck as much. So if I can get down to a 5mm matting, then we'll be all the way then. Whew. I get too old for this lark, I really am. Right guys, so all we've got left to do now is get the lifer halved off and get some of the ancillaries in the engine compartment out, and that's us done. Right, first things first, we've got to take the hydrostatic release unit off, and it's a simple process, just a couple of shackles under this swan clip, and then we're good to go. Whew. I wish I had somewhere to put you. I wish Jeff was doing, but unfortunately he's working. So I put him up there. What we got? Update. There we have it guys, all off. Now for the muscly part. A feather. Apparently that's supposed to be good luck. I have to keep that. Could put a point in it and it could be a quill like Harry Potter, eh? Not that I like Harry Potter or nothing. Oh my God! That's ridiculous for a wee boat like this to have. What's that, son? Alright, sorry mate, aye. D for ignorant, I'm not sure yet mate. She's looking good, son. Right, so that was a little bit of a wait. So we've got the life raft off now, and it's just time to get the odds and sods off. Obviously I've done this at the top of the tide. The tides are still pretty neat, so that's why it's been a little bit of a struggle. Here comes Ed through May Queen, she's been all painted up. She's down at Eyemouth having a lovely paint up, so she looks grand. Like I say, usually May, that's when everybody does their painting and all their maintenance for the year. So some boats take them away to boatyards and some like to do it themselves, because the cost of boatyard paintwork is whew. Looks like he's been doing that all his life, hasn't it? That's because he has. Right, okay. Get some of this off. It's surprising what's in the way of a couple of packets of spanners, like. All the heavy stuff. Right, we'll leave all that, that'll be fine. And while I'm here, I might as well grease my winch up, because it'll be a wee while before it gets used again. Come on. Right guys, so there we have it. That's the boat all squared away. Most of the heavy stuff taken off. And yeah, we're going to get, basically, you can look forward to this next chapter, which is going to be preparing for the boat to come out. Now what we'll have to do is get the blocks down from the farm, pressure washers, stuff like that. All the stuff that you see ashore there, all that will get sort of do, cleaned up, ready for the year ahead. So yeah, still lots to do, Like I say, it's just no matter of pulling a boat out. It's prep and more prep. Right. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the back of the boat and we're going to see how fast she's come up with taking that life raft off. It's come up a wee bit. So that's what, about an inch, 2 inches maybe? She's come up. So it just shows you what weight is in that life raft. Now for some reason, the MC won't let me have a 2-man life raft. Don't know why. Because at the end of the day, there's always only going to be 2 men aboard. I know they've got the protocols and all the rest of it to go through and all their health and safety, yada yada yada. But it doesn't make practical sense for a little boat like this to have such a big life raft. And some of these guys have got it on top of their gantries. So you can imagine the stability of your vessel with a weight like that up above. It's just crazy. I mean, here we go. It's a prime example. There's Ryan on top of his gantry. Obviously he's got nowhere else to put it, but that's that'll be the same size, that'll be a 4-man life raft. Same with Jordan, but he's got his on his wheelhouse. And obviously if the boat capsizes, the life raft's going to get all caught up in the gantry, or on the mast, sorry. And the same with Liam's boat. Kevin's, exactly the same with Eddie's. But at least with Eddie's, there's nothing to stop it if the boat rolls over. It should become free. That's the thing, I mean, where do you put it on a working boat? I mean, there's always somewhere where it's going to get snagged. So, anyway. Hey guys, slavoured long enough. Let's get shut down and I'll see you all up at the farm. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the farm. Oh, it's a scorcher of the day. Absolutely beautiful. There's that sunshine up there. And everything is so dry up here, it really is. So, we're hours away from de-timing. Basically, I've got all the boat prepped and emptied. And yeah, it's been a busy all day, it really has. Ryan's going to finish off putting the cones out, so nobody parks in the space tomorrow. Truck's still due to come, so happy days, happy days. The boat's come up since I took absolutely everything I can off the boat itself. At the front it's come up about that much, and at the back it's come up about that much. So it just shows you how much weight that we carry for basically safety gear and fishing gear. Crazy. Right, anyway, I've been through everything. It's been all retidied up, ready to go back to thingy. Don't worry about this stuff, this is all rubbish. These need another repaint, I can't believe that. I've only done it when I've done my in-water inspection, and they're a bit scruffy, so they look like they're going to get a wee bit tarted up. Went through the tool bag and everything's all hunky-dory there. So yeah, we're all good to go that sort of side of things. I'm still finishing off the paperwork for the out-the-water inspection, but I'm hoping that we're not going to need it since the in-water inspection was as close. So we're going to go up to Rosie now and I'm going to show you what's all in there. Oh sorry, I've got the sun right behind you. Right, here we are. We are all prepped. We've got the blocks, we've got the wedges, we've got the extra bits just in case, we have the ladders, we've got the water, we've got the power, and we've got the wash cleaning kit. Everything else is drying out over here. Since it's such a lovely day, I mean, look at that. Look at the sky. Just absolutely beautiful. So these all got a power wash yesterday when I brought them up from the boat, and it's amazing how dirty boxes get, by the way. It took a wee while to get them back to half decent standard. Same with the baskets. So they'll all get prepped for going back on basically after the inspection. The thing about the out of the water inspection, from the keel to the waterline, you are not allowed to paint, because obviously paint hides a multitude of sins. There's no stock going into the sun for you guys, sorry. It hides a multitude of sins, and the MC don't like it because then they have to scrape back and all the rest of it, it's off half. Whereas you're allowed to clean it, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to prep the top, we're going to do all our polishing and all that with the time that we've got left until the inspector comes, which is about a week, something like that. So we're going to get the top half prepped, so as soon as that inspector's done, it's just paint from the waterline down to back to the keel, put her annos back on, and then she's ready back for the water. That's the plan. Whether the plan goes ahead, who knows. So we've had an absolute heat wave throughout the month of May here, and guess what's happening? Guess what the forecast is for the day after we pull the boat out? Rain for a constant week. Oh, hey, you couldn't work this one out, you really couldn't. Honestly, the sea itself is absolutely terrible. It's white, guys, it really is. Proper northerly coming in. So I'm actually quite glad I moved all that gear back to the 16 fathom mark. And I'm away from everybody else because I don't think anybody else was out that day. So, right, okay guys, that's us prepped. We're ready to rock and roll. All we need today is have our tea, go for a sleep, and then it's go time in the morning. That's a lad. There come Diggy's hand, son. I'll do that now, mate. Something over the back and then round.
Think? How that much?
No, I've round. Get what I mean, and then down and then up and under. Ah. Go round. Aye.
Now we get out that mast, do you? You better letting this side off. Right,
Aye, go down. Right.
Use this way.
You right, son? Go and let go, Ron. Let it go. Aye. Here's a second. You've got to lock things up in this place.
Right.
Aye, please, mate. There's that one and that one. Is there no sinking, Ryan? Aye. Should be about there. Aye, there and there. Hey bud, up we go. Right. Ropes off. Find my camera. I came where I was going with all the hopes, I'm sorry. Just hope I can get enough height over these branders. Look, go and stop her from swinging, son. Ah. No, absolutely shiting myself. She'll be alright at that. What's your plan? You bring that in and then round? He's going that way and then round. Heat up, please, mate, if you can. Stem up. She gets polished, she doesn't get painted, son. I think the blocks are too high. I know. Do you want to go and take your block off each side, boys? Just be careful. Yeah. Get it done quick. Get it done quick. Watch yourself on. Is it clear for that leg, Ryan? Aye. Aye, just a wee tad that way, son. That'll do there, mate. Aye, if you can. Aye, make sure that block's just in line with it. Aye. Right, there, back. Just about there, Ryan. If you can. Yeah. Aye, that'll do there, Liam. Aye, that'll do. Is that on the centre, Declan? Aye? Centre of the box? Right. Just ring them right under, son. That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what do you think of that then? That was nerve-wracking as hell. I don't know what to think. Every fisherman at Dunbar for their help, and the driver as well, he was great. However, the Lynsey B is the very first boat that he's ever lifted, so there you go. Jeff, you can have that one. Still recording, I think, mate? Yep. So, work to do. I've got this to repair. This was all had come loose, so I'm going to repair it correctly. So we're going to go around the boat now and we're going to explain about what he's done for this inspection. And it's not a lot really, it really is not a lot, because out the water inspection is completely different to an in-water inspection. So first of all, the first thing we've got to do is actually wash the boat and get it presentable for the MC officer to come along. Now you can see on the Lynsey B, she's all scuffed up with all these remarks on her numbers. All this will have to be repainted because everyone has to be hunky-dory jackanory for the inspector. What he's also looking for is wear and tear on the actual outer hull itself, i.e. the fiberglass work, the extra bits. We've got wee dings and stuff like that. All these need to be filled in and dealt with, just to make sure none of the metal work is broken in bits and needing repaired, obviously. If we come back a bit, you can see we're actually covered in damage from the keels going over the side, so all this needs to be addressed as well. Right guys, one of the things that the fishery officer will do when he's at the back of the boat, he'll check your propeller and your shaft, and he'll just get a little play just to see if there's too much play. If there's too much play, he might ask you to withdraw the shaft itself to see if there's any wear and tear. Now obviously she's a working boat, she's in constant use, so that's like replacing your exhaust in your car. Very expensive exhaust obviously. Then he'll also check your rudder, he'll check the stock, and he'll check your bush at the bottom. So if there's any wear or play in that at all, as you can see, the B's nice and solid, then we should be good to go. Obviously they'll go throughout the boat and they'll check basically overall condition. And this is the Lynsey B's very first one, so it's just basically a baseline inspection for them, because obviously they've never had a record of the Lynsey B before, and this will be them. Just put it all on their sheets, so the next time they come down in another 5 years' time after this, then they'll know exactly what they're dealing with. So there we go guys, we hope you enjoyed this vlog today. If you did like this vlog, please give it a thumbs up, please write a comment below if you have any questions, and please, please, please subscribe to the channel. That's always very helpful indeed. Until your next vlog, my friends, you all take care of yourself. All the very best.